The United States government is one of the most powerful institutions in the world. But what happens when that government suddenly runs out of money? What happens when it literally shuts down? It may sound extreme, but this has already happened multiple times in U.S. history, and each time it has affected millions of people. To understand this, we need to start with one key concept: the budget. Every year, the U.S. government needs approval from Congress to spend money. This process involves two major groups, Democrats and Republicans. If both sides fail to agree on a spending plan, the government cannot legally spend money, and that leads to a shutdown. This is known as a government shutdown. Now here's what makes it serious. When a shutdown begins, many government services stop almost immediately. Around 800,000 federal employees can be furloughed, meaning they are temporarily sent home without pay. Another 1.3 million essential workers, including airport security, military personnel, and law enforcement, are required to keep working, but often without immediate pay. This creates a huge disruption. Airports can experience delays, government offices close, and public services slow down. National parks shut their gates, visa processing gets delayed, and even scientific research projects can be paused. In past shutdowns, long lines at airports and closed public facilities became common, but the impact is not just limited to services, it also affects the economy. According to estimates, the 2018 to 2019 shutdown, which lasted 35 days, the longest in U.S. history, cost the economy around $11 billion, with about $3 billion permanently lost. That's money that never came back into the economy. Small businesses, especially those that depend on government contracts, are also hit hard. When payments stop, their cash flow is disrupted, and some are forced to shut down. And then there's the stock market. Uncertainty during a shutdown can create volatility in financial markets. Investors don't like uncertainty. And when the government stops functioning properly, it raises concerns about political stability and economic strength. But here's an important question. Does everything stop during a shutdown? The answer is no. Essential services continue. The military remains active. Emergency services operate. And critical government functions stay online. However, many day-to-day services that people rely on are affected. Another major issue is trust. Repeated shutdown threats can damage global confidence in the U.S. government. Since the U.S. plays a central role in the global economy, political instability can affect not just America, but markets around the world. Now you might wonder, why does this keep happening? The answer lies in politics. Government shutdowns are often the result of disagreements between political parties over spending priorities. These disagreements can involve healthcare, defense, immigration, or other major policies. When neither side is willing to compromise, the system reaches a deadlock, and that's when the shutdown begins. However, most shutdowns are temporary. Eventually, both sides reach an agreement, and the government reopens. Employees receive back pay, and services slowly return to normal. But each shutdown leaves behind economic damage and raises concerns about future stability. So the real question is not just what happens during a shutdown, but what repeated shutdowns mean for the future. Because when one of the world's most powerful governments struggles to keep itself running, it sends a message that even the strongest systems can face serious challenges.